Hey guys, hope you're doing good. Let me tell you about my sponsor, Noble Gold. You know, life has never looked so uncertain as it does right now. Across the U.S., people are being paralyzed into indecision. So many people humming and hawing about everything, feeling flustered with all of these shutdowns, avoiding that issue, the money one. But bleak as it might look, there may be a silver or even gold lining. If you've worked for years before CV, you could have a 401k sitting around gathering dust, or even an old IRA that we could help with. Working for your old company when it could be working for you. We're not talking peanuts either. Some plans have thousands of dollars in them. All your 401k plans. Look into this, please. To find out more about unlocking your own hidden treasure, call the team at Noble Gold at 877-646-5347. And if that's not an incentive enough, Noble Gold is giving away the U.S. Mint's own solid silver 5-ounce $1 Apollo 11 moon landing coin when you sign up today for a gold or silver IRA. I have one. It's so worth it right now to jump on the phone and deal with this by calling 877-646-5347 now. Please, guys, jump on this opportunity. They will help you out. It's a great company and they support True Reporting, and you get an awesome coin in the meantime, my friends. So again, thank you for choosing Noble Gold, and I hope you enjoy the podcast. What's up? You guys having a good Friday night? We got the rally in about an hour, less than an hour. What is up, everybody? Good to see you guys. How is your evening going? Have you spent it with your family? Have you spent it with your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend? If you're new here, remember, you know what to do. Well, you wouldn't because you're new here. Listen, go ahead and subscribe and tell us how you found this stream. I would really like to know how you found this channel because it's so heavily suppressed. If you found us, that's amazing. I love it. I love it. My goodness. Also, guys, make sure that you share, you like this this video. I would really appreciate it. And there are many ways to donate as well if you want to do PayPal, Patreon, and we also have the Streamlabs as well. So hit that up. And it's good to see everybody. It's always good to see familiar names. I will go ahead and throw the number up here in a second. I have to mute this real quick. Not mute it, but you understand. I gotta mute you guys so when you call in, you can't talk over me. Ba ba da 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 bow. This thing's acting funny. I don't like it. There we go. Cool. There we go. Joseph said he stumbled upon it. Maybe God put me here. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Shannon, what's up? I know Sunny Skies is in the crowd. I know that. Paulette in Boston is here. I know that for sure. A lot of other people. Say hello. Happy Mirth Day. I love that. That's great. There are the numbers to call in. We'll start taking those in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So if you want to stock up, if you want to get your name, go ahead and get in the pool to talk, we can do that. Cindy Hardy says she gets the notifications. That's awesome. Nicole King, what's up? Appalachia Badger, what's up? Johnny Nonstop. It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Mirth Day. Mirth. Yeah, okay. Now everyone's going to be like, oh, he's drinking beer. Carly Q got kicked off? No. What? Wow. No! That's bad. That's bad. Yeah, she's gone. She's not on there. Actually, check this out. Busch non-alcoholic. I gotta make this brighter. There we go. Ba-da-da-ba-da-bow. Pepe Powell, what's up? Hey, I do too. Cause I don't wanna booze. I don't wanna booze. I don't wanna booze anymore. I bet you are, Jen. I bet Jen's feeling great. Simon Brown Rig, all the way from Australia. Good day, mate. It just tastes like beer. Navy Vet, what's up, my man? Ba-da-da-bow. Let's take some calls. Oh, we got one person in. Two people. You press *6 to get in. You press *6 to get in. All right, let's go ahead and bring down the music.
Hey, Thomas, you hear me? Plaid Chad here. You got a copy?
Yeah, 6192, what's up? Who is this?
Hey.
Sounds like you got a group over there. 6192, can you hear me?
I might be. Am I 6192? Because I got copy, Thomas.
Oh, 1292, I'm sorry. Yeah, what's your name, man? I'm sorry.
This is Plaid Chad. We've talked a couple times before, I think, in the past. How you doing tonight?
Plaid Chad, what's up, man? I'm doing good. Good to hear from you.
I just wanted to touch base with you. I got to go to the Trump rally I think it was last Friday in Bemidji, Minnesota here. And I just wanted to tell you how much fun it was having the president come to town. I mean, I live in Bemidji, and I mean, town was absolutely electric for him. It was so cool. There were signs everywhere. My buddy in front of his shop, they put in a giant Trump sign, and it was fun hearing the horns honk every time cars drove by and supporters came to town. And getting to
That's amazing.
Land. Wasn't the big one, but it was a big one for our little airport and our little runway. You know, I mean, we're about 14,000 people in the biggest town in 100 miles in any direction in northern Minnesota, kind of in the middle of nowhere. I mean, Biden had 8 years to come. He never made it as vice president, but Trump made it, and it meant a lot to us. It was so neat.
That makes me so happy to hear that, man. It really does. I think that's really cool that he comes to a small town like that. I mean, you packed it out, 14,000 people. I mean, that's a massive crowd, man.
Is that what they said there was? It seemed like a lot more than 14,000 people. I tell you, standing in line there, my good buddy Hillbilly was running the shuttling people. He was running bus 315, representing. Mm-hmm. And, I heard there were thousands of people that got turned away. I mean, we were in there, chest to chest, shoulder to shoulder. It was kind of exhilarating. I mean, it was just a beautiful day out, nice to be outside. I mean, it makes you wonder why, we can't have every third seat filled at a sports stadium at this point.
Well, they are doing that. I'm in South Carolina, and they're starting to do that here. I think the stadium holds like 50 or 60,000, and they're going to allow 20,000 in this Saturday, tomorrow.
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I mean, it's time that we kind of start. I work in the healthcare profession, and I tell you, I just don't think we lose something. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and when everyone hides in their house for 6 months and takes showers and hand sanitizer, the whole herd's going to lose its immunity. I mean, it seems like any little thing could possibly be higher risk now because you lose that passive immunity. I mean, you need to have exposure in order for your immune system to stay strong and keep pace. And I think the outcomes of shutting down have been much worse than what they were trying to stop in terms of business suicides, mental health cases getting decompensated, kids getting compromised while they should be at school. I mean, it's time we really open up. And I mean, the president was there with, you said 14,000. There were all of 14,000 there standing in the middle of it with no mask. 99% of the people there didn't have masks. The ones that did, they only wore them because it said Trump on the mask. It was such a cool thing, and town was absolutely electric to welcome him.
I love it, man.
A small protest of BLM on one part of town, kind of in front of Target. But it didn't appear that there were more than 100 people there, and you put that next to 14,000 with thousands that got turned away because there was no space. And then, when I got into town, I'd actually picked up one of my neighbors who was hitching, and he rode to town with me. Had the Trump flag behind the rig and everything. And
nice.
And then there was a Biden-Harris protest, and
wow,
Biden people, like, I don't know, they were standing shoulder to shoulder along the sidewalk from, probably for about 5 blocks from Paul and Babe down to kind of the Carnegie Library, and right around the sidewalk, all wearing masks outside, holding signs, waving at everyone, kind of giving you the stink eye if you had a Trump flag. And finally I got a red light, so my rider there that was hitching was able to hop out of the car, and it's kind of funny dropping the hitchhiker off right in the middle of the Biden-Harris protest.
I love it, man. That's so good. I'm really glad you got to go to one, and it was intimate, and it was in your hometown. I mean, you can't beat it, man. I've been to 3 of them, and it was in the dead heat of summer in South Carolina. It was brutal, but it's there's nothing like it, man. I appreciate the update, and we're gonna watch it tonight, so stick around and watch it with us.
Appreciate you, Thomas, and I'm looking forward to your coverage of the debate coming up as well. And
definitely.
Actually shows up. I mean, we're all looking forward to that more than the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NBA championship.
It is our Super Bowl.
It's the Super Bowl, and more people feel that way than ever. I mean, enjoy the movie. You have a good one, Thomas.
You too, Chad. Take care, my friend. Chad. So, I wanted to tell you guys, I went to the grocery store. Look at what American said. Look at what the American said. I was at the rally here in Florida last night. Any thought on Trump talking about spies? Could be. When he was talking about operatives? Could be. Great call. Honest Content, were you the one that DM'd me? Honest Content, or were you the one that DM'd me? You said something very nice. I do know that Mel C, I think that's her name, that she's at the rally. She stops by. She's big on Twitter. What is her name? I know it's Mel. Mel Q. That's awesome. Yeah, Mel Q. Yeah, she's at the rally tonight. And the rally's in Virginia, by the way. Anyways, so went to the grocery store today. Coming back from the grocery store, this was right before I came on the air. Rode by downtown. I was like, oh no, it's a BLM, rally or whatever, protest. And it wasn't. It was a Save Our Children sex trafficking. And there were where we go one, we go all signs right down the street of a group of about 90 people, 80 to 100 people. It's crazy. I wanted to do interviews with them, but I had to come here. But that's nuts. It was nuts. Have you guys ever seen stuff like that? Have you ever seen a sex trafficking protest and rally and get together? I'm telling you guys, it's all over the place. It's gonna keep spreading. And there's a big thing going on in Greenville where I live. Really bad stuff going on that has a lot to do with a golf club called Thornblade. Really, really bad stuff. And I'm well aware of it. It seems like it's going to be a big time thing because at this very golf course, they actually have a pro-am, which they bring in athletes, actors, actresses into this place. And one of the coaches, I believe, the cross-country coach, was actually bringing underage girls to the Thornblade Country Club underground, underneath it. Crazy story. Look it up, Thornblade Country Club. Let's go ahead and bring in my friend Paulette in Boston.
Hey.
Hey, Paulette, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Waiting on this Virginia rally. What's up?
Well, I don't know. You sound like you're in good spirits tonight.
I've been very proactive today. Extremely proactive.
Oh, happy to hear that. Because when you're happy, we're all happy, you know?
That's right. I agree.
I hate when you're not doing good and when your spirits are down because I don't know, we worry about you, but you look like you're bouncing back again. So we're in the home stretch right now, Thomas. This is when we got to keep our vibrations up, as Melissa Marie will say. Keep your vibrations up, Paulette.
Yes, I agree.
We got to be ready for what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So right now in Boston, I just heard a bunch of helicopters and there's state police everywhere. They activated 1,000 National Guard, and because they're doing a protest for Breonna Taylor, whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that we're going to have some problems tonight. I'm just going to hang in here and hopefully things don't get out of control.
They also said something about New York that they're going to be flying. I think it was from Breaking 911. They're actually going to be flying Black Hawk helicopters through Manhattan.
Yes, they're coming from Boston apparently.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, listen, we're badass. We're badasses in Boston. Are you kidding me?
I love it.
I have a feeling, though, that I can't imagine any of those Antifa idiots or BLM people, those little, soy boys walking up to a cafe in Boston and yelling in my face, because it wouldn't end well. I'm telling you right now, I am not afraid. And I pray every day for one of them to come and confront me like that. I get so.
You got to be careful, though.
When I see these videos of them, they harass old people. They're harassing elderly people.
Oh, of course.
They're such cowards.
They are cowards.
They're cowards, Thomas. The little shits. I swear to
Uh-huh.
God, I would love. Oh, what I wouldn't want to do them. So listen, I got another call from the election committee here in Boston. They want me to work the polls again.
Sure.
For election night. And remember, I told you last time I was outnumbered. I was the only Trump supporter there, and they were trashing him all night long.
Correct.
So I agreed to do it, but you know what? I think I'm going to really change my mind. I don't think I would be safe there, to be honest with you. I think
nope.
No.
I don't think so either.
I'm gonna vote early. Yeah, well, they're opening some of the places early, for early voting, and they're going to do one at Fenway Park. So I got my roommates registered.
Are you there? Oh, did we lose her? Paulette. Oh, man, I think we lost her. Dang it. Well, that's not good. Maybe she'll call back. Strange. She just cuts out. Whatever. That's not good. Anyways, let's go. Let me check this out real quick. So this is what I was talking about earlier that Paulette was talking about. Tonight around 7:55, which is that literally just happened about 30 minutes ago, 5 Massachusetts Army National Guard UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters will be flying over parts of Queens and the Bronx. The aircraft will fly at approximately 2,000 feet NYPD. Something is going down, guys. Something. This is all POTUS, guys. And I think we made a turn. Don't you? Don't you? I think we've turned a sharp corner. Guys, going cold turkey. From nicotine too. Oh my God. What is it? Day 7, 6, something like that. It's brutal. But I've been working out, son. Getting my gains in. I'm getting my gains. I do stuff like this. That's a Norm Macdonald bit. Yes, Navy vet. True Reporting he says, I'm hearing possible insurrection could be activated. And you know what that means? That means there's going to be a military presence. Black Diamond says, got to stop there playing 4 million rioters. This is it, guys. This is it. Ray J, thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't see that. Thank you, Thomas, for bringing us all together for the rally. Love to the best mods and the great True Reporting family. Thank you so much, Ray J, for the 20 bones and 20 cents. Thank you so much, Ray J. I really appreciate that. Been with us for a minute. Thank you so much. E-Butter. E-Butter? I love your show. I don't feel alone in this fight. That's what it's here for. That's what it's here for. Thank you so much, Ray J. I really appreciate that. It's very sweet of you. Thank you. Let's go ahead and take let's take another call. 5681. 5681. Just me. What's up, Just me? 5681. What's up?
Hey, buddy. How you doing today?
Is this Freddie?
No, this is Brett. We are Rise, Palm Beach County. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good, my man. What's going on?
See, right after POTUS's rally in Jacksonville, the next day, what happened? Well, 2 days after, Governor DeSantis opened up Florida.
Yeah, he opened everything up, bro.
Because I think that there's going to be more rallies in Florida, number one. And I also think there's another reason why they're doing it. Because I've been saying this for a while, that I do believe IA 1807 is going to come to pass. Because they can't continue with all this stuff. After POTUS lined up Seattle, New York City, and Portland as these places of insurrection, I mean, there's probably more on the list that we don't even know about. And these men, they're going down hard. But
that's what Navy vet in the chat was saying.
Yeah, I just heard him say that offline. So, I mean, no, I agree with you 100% because you're starting to see a lot of beefed up stuff around here, and I'm starting to notice it.
Yeah.
And the scariest thing that I'm worried about and stuff is not the areas that you don't see it. It's the areas that you don't know what's going to happen because
Correct.
there's going to be another rally and stuff. So, I mean, the thing is that freaked me out today is that I saw Lisa Page's tweets. I'm scared. And then you heard all these other people talking about these tweets that are coming out because Comey's coming up to testify, Brennan's coming up to testify, and I have a feeling. I mean, I'm at 5-2 odds that Slow Joe he bows out of this. He bows out very soon.
You think so?
I really do not. Absolutely, I don't see this happening, and I don't know if they're going to install somebody else, but I don't see these debates going to happen. No, not with all the stuff that just came out on Hunter Biden. I mean. How is he going to answer this? He's not going to be able to. And I think the other thing that people are talking about that I think when you're starting to see people getting doxxed and thrown off Twitter and stuff like, I'm already been off. Mm-hmm. What I'm concerned about is that if you just saw the other night where they're just freezing all the channels and just, block, because I couldn't get on YouTube the other day. I couldn't get on this stuff. I couldn't connect to those. And all these areas, I'm wondering how much longer is this going to take before you see that EBS message come out on your phone.
Man, I don't know if did you watch the last podcast I put out?
Yeah, I tried to get in, but here's the thing. I wanted to tell you this because I tried to get in. I was on the phone for like an hour, and YouTube just jammed me up big time, and I switched over to the other channel, and I was able to in. But when I was calling, it kept freezing, it kept locking, and it kicked me off like 20 times, and then I got back on. But by then, it was too late. And I'm wondering, how is this all going to correlate for people to actually get in touch and communicate with other people? Because if you look at Facebook right now and you see how Nancy Pelosi is coming out against Facebook, and I thought that was a very odd thing that she ripped Facebook because she's claiming that they're not going to do enough for the certain 17 group that's putting out information out there left and right. But every 5 minutes, they can't keep coming up with this. And right after she did that, what happened? She backed off on impeachment because people were just pounding her. Oh, You're going to impeach the president for doing this? Because right now I have a feeling, and this is what I'm hearing from, is that I truly believe that John Roberts will step down right after.
I think so too.
I think, look, so he's going to get 4. Maybe he's going to get 5. I don't know if he's going to redo the whole thing.
He's already said it. He's already said, he's like, some presidents are lucky to get 1. He's like, we could get 3, 4, 5. It's like, he's batting 1,000, man. Like, he hasn't been wrong yet. He's foreshadowing what's going to happen.
So about 4 months ago, like, when all this Fugazi was going on, I was walking the dog and I lived near the railroad tracks and I saw large amounts of military equipment on trains at night. Yeah. Between 11 and 12, passing by and going south, because I'm in Palm Beach County, but I'm in South Palm Beach County, and they were heading south. So, I mean, I can only imagine that's Fort Lauderdale, that's Broward County, that's Pompano, that's probably parts of Miami-Dade. Because right in Palm Beach County, when Governor DeSantis, if you I follow him quite a bit and what he's saying, when he was out there with the sheriffs, I think in Polk County and Pinellas County, which is on the west coast of Florida, and the sheriff came up there and said, listen, this is what looting is. This is what peaceful protesting is. This is what rioting is. This is what peaceful protesting. And they were breaking it down. You see Governor DeSantis behind him laughing his ass off because Palm Beach County right now, the sheriff has told the mayor and the vice mayor and the county commissioners that I'm not going to follow any of your orders if you don't stand down. So they are now ramping up and you're starting to see it. I mean, we have people in my community that are cops and they're like, yeah, we're doing what we have to do. So I think that's why he lifted the order of this Fugazi, and we're in phase 3, which is about 75%, but everything is open now. So basically, the question is how many people are going to congregate and go here and go there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I'm not far from you guys at all, but I'm in South Carolina, and it feels like everything's open. Like, I mean, it's still, I think, 50% capacity. But when you could go to a bar, you could go anything downtown, and they're not doing that. They're not abiding by the law. These places are slam packed. So everything does feel like it's getting back to normal. The grocery stores are back to normal. They do still have the guard up and everything like that, but whatever. Sometimes I guess you might as well just have that anyways. But listen, my man.
Here's a hot spot. St. Pete. Watch St. Pete right now. They're having problems. Watch Hillsborough County, which is Tampa. Watch those hot spots right now. I think they're going to get super hot. That whole area, because I've been following it, and they're that's why all these surrounding counties, Pinellas, Polk, all these surrounding counties, Hernan, all these counties of these sheriffs are coming out and saying the only counties aren't saying it is Hillsborough County, which is connected to St. Pete and Tampa, South Tampa, and they are coming out in force and saying if you loot, you riot, you're going to jail. Now we got no problem taking you to jail, and those counties have not come out because they're run like Palm Beach County, corrupt mayors, corrupt vice mayors.
Sure.
I mean, it's brutal. It's brutal. So, I mean, I'm scared, but I know at the same time he has to invoke IA 1807 because how are we going to get through this? How are you going to have millions of people in D.C. trying to go burn down the White House again and stuff like that, even though he's going to be gone anyway? I mean, you can't do that. I mean, you're going to have this picture and they're going to be like, and there's just millions of people just burning down everything. At this point,
it's going to be military coming in, man.
When does it end? It's got to end. You can't have it. Every day there's more shootings, more people, babies dying, kids getting snatched. You see how many? I got 1 million Amber Alerts on my phone a day, day, and that's in Florida where it comes out. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
sports and such.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you go, bro. Good talking to you.
Hey, you too, my man. You be safe out there, all right?
Where we go all.
Where we go when we go all. Thanks for calling, dude.
All right, ciao.
All right, ciao. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's right. I mean, when does this end? Enough is enough. How do you shut this? I mean, let's be honest. It's not regular people doing this. This isn't regular people. This is organized. This is, groups of people. 4 million people. There's no way. There's no way. I think they've recruited, thousands, but I think it's just like we saw in Seattle, just like we saw in Wisconsin. The National Guard comes in and it's over within half an hour. It's over. You take them, you take them out, you arrest them, it's over. It ends. Again, all this ends. CV, riots, all this stuff ends probably about 2 to 3 weeks after the election. Then it's on to something else because that's when we're going to start seeing arrests. But I do think it's going to get bad. There's many different scenarios that we could make up and speculate on. But I do believe, I'm just going to say this, that I do think it's going to get worse and it's going to get dangerous. So just be ready for that. That's all I can really say right now. 6996, welcome to the show. Press star 6 to unlock. Are you there?
You got me?
You got to mute that stream. What's up? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yeah, what's going on? Who's this?
So, yeah, all right. I got some kids in the background, so it might get loud. As for you guys' thoughts, it's going to get worse. Absolutely, it has to.
Yeah.
This is how it has to play out.
Yes.
And we're watching a movie, and if you're paying close attention enough, it has to be done this way.
Right.
What other way can it be done? You've got so many people that are still out there that are under the spell. It's not funny. They're still controlled by the TV.
Oh,
and
correct.
What you show them doesn't matter. They have such a mental grip. It's remarkable. As for College Hugh, I know I have a good idea why she got taken down. Last I saw, she had posted, somebody doxed her. And you know how Twitter is with that shit. So she had reposted who doxed her with her phone number,
Yes.
So that's when they whacked me about 21 times. I have a spare phone just so I can change the number to get back in. They're ridiculous.
Wow, so that's what they did. So she got doxed. And then she showed that number, and then they kicked her off?
She didn't technically show the number. She just showed the name of the person, of the other person that tweeted out she was being doxxed. So she did like a third-party type thing.
Ah, okay. So, I understand.
Hey, they've done that to me numerous times. It's not even
funny.
Hey, what's up with that Ukraine airliner that went down?
Well, we all know that 7 out of 10 flights that go down are brought down purposefully.
Yeah, I'm just curious if we have any information on that.
I don't think so yet, but I'm sure Anons are on it.
We got Hawaii, whatever, they're burning to the ground, getting rid of the evidence.
Burning evidence, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, it's heating up. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. You follow the JFK Jr. Rights Reserved account. He's posting out right now that he's alive.
Yeah, I don't harp in on that.
It's actually, you got to take it with a grain of salt, and you keep your eye on it. But yeah, it's unfathomable. When are we gonna get back to the Antarctica shit? That's what grips me back to your videos. I dip in on you now and then, but every time I see those,
I've already done 2 extra conspiratorial podcasts. One's dropping tomorrow, and also one's dropping Sunday. Both are really good. I can promise you that.
Yeah, because I've been seeing a lot on that. And Alice on the Rabbit Hole, she did a good one on the Dunhams,
Sure.
The Dunhams and the Rothschilds,
Yes.
Going all the way back.
People love that. People love learning that stuff because a lot of people just they know of it, but they've never delved into it. So it's always a good thing.
Yeah, this is what's difficult for me. There's 2 different worlds we live in,
Mm-hmm.
And there's those of us that research, look, see, and put together our own, pattern of thinking. And then there's those of them that are controlled by what they take with face value when they're taught in school. Like, it's mind-blowing to me because it's very difficult. I do my best to talk to people. I got a couple people today I read, actually about 3. and my favorite is that little bit with the mainstream media where they all say it's a danger to our democracy. I start there, and then I move my way to other things, and then I get them to start looking to think for themselves.
Right.
But it's difficult for me because it's like you're on a totally different bandwidth, man. You walk around in the public, and it's hard to have a conversation with just an average Joe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can't help but look down on them in a certain kind of manner. It's like, and you just want to shake people. You just want to shake them.
I know I'm not going to waste my energy speaking. I'm not going to waste my energy arguing with them or speaking to them. This is prime time right now, and we need to harness that energy and not, drain it on something like that.
I got 5 little ones. I've been following this really close.
Yeah.
And I refuse to wear the mask. I've never worn it. Mm-hmm. I go to CVS, I go everywhere. So I tell my kids, I said, our great president put masks on the stupid people so we can point them out and know to stay away from them. So
that's right.
It kind of drew some heat to me because,
I get it, man.
I can't imagine what the kids are doing.
I know. Yeah, I get it.
I just figured I'd give you a call and touch in on the show. You guys are going to cover the rally tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to cover the rally. It starts in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to take Navy Vet real quick. He's the next caller, and then we're going to go ahead and hop back into the chat in the rally.
That 2 operatives thing last night.
Very strange.
You got to keep your eye on that. Because you just don't know, and you know, but you don't want to put it out there because you can't, because it just doesn't look well for you.
Right.
But yeah, all right. I'll let you head to the next caller. I'm gonna go bounce around. Maybe I'll touch him with you another time.
All right, my man. Thank you. You have a good night. All right. Be safe out there.
Drink a real fucking beer, huh?
That's I can't, man. I got to stay away from it.
All right. I got you.
All right, my man. I'll talk to you soon. Later, man. Bye-bye. Hey, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button. Remember, we got to get to 1,000 likes. I know you guys can do it. We killed it Wednesday. So if you're enjoying the show, please go ahead and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. You can also donate through Streamlabs and become a Patreon member today. or you can go through the PayPal. Whatever you'd like to do. It really does help support this channel. I can promise you that. It really, really, truly does. Doris Downs, Charles will be here in the morning. Charles will be here in the morning. Waiting on Navy vet, Shane O'Mac.
What's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. So, hey, I just wanted to kind of give your listeners here kind of what the on the bubble 50 feet, what that means is when a sub is going to fire a ballistic missile, they basically come up to 50 feet because of the biggest barometric change is from the surface, which is 0 feet, to 30 feet. So they come up because that's how deep the ballistic missile would actually get out and actually fire once it gets above the water. And
interesting.
Then he posted today about the LOSBR, which is line of sight beam, basically painting the target. So for us to go from 40,000 feet view to now we're at 50 feet, you know, everything is just right here. It's just a matter of time. I do believe from chatter that the insurrection is coming. Even POTUS talked about it at his rally today. Wasn't a rally. It was, I don't remember where he was at.
It was a round table.
Yeah, he even talked about it. And dude, he brought up suicides again, and he brought up he's like, they had an insurance policy, literally.
Yes, correct. He says that a lot.
But no, he was talking about where they actually had their personal insurance policies. You saw that, where they actually went out, like when you're a contractor, you can go out and get an insurance policy that covers you for the work that you do. That's what they did. They went out and got these insurance policies thinking that it would protect them, but it doesn't protect them criminally, it protects them civilly.
Gotcha. Interesting, man. Yeah, I definitely want to go over the post, but I don't know. Just some will take the easy path and exit early. You know, that's people like No Name. That's people like George Bush Sr. Same stuff could happen to some of these boys and girls. Judgment is coming. That's amazing.
Suicide weekend, brother. I think it is.
You called it, man.
I mean, you see these fucking people freaking the fuck out on Twitter.
Yeah, man.
Like John Legend. You know,
yeah.
They're all just freaking out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, dude. I'm just here for the show. I got my bud. I'm just chilling.
I like it, man. You know, we're gonna do the rally here in about 10 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, man. Just tune back in, man, and stay in the chat.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, peace.
Shane O'Mac. 17 leaders look to rebrand after tech crackdown. The shift in tactics comes the same week as Twitter released new data stating that their ban on 17 related accounts was severely limiting the reach of the conspiracy theory. When was this? Today? Why would they do this? Because it's real. Because we're a threat to them, to the enemy. Look at this stupid. Oh my God, look at this. I have not read this. Look at what this headline says. Reformed neo you know what how explains how people fall prey to 17 online. That is insane that's what they're basically labeling us as. I don't even want to read this shit. Gross. Garbage. It's such a waste. Yeah, shills Ashley McLean, exactly. 551. Let's get to 1,000, folks. We're going to share the rally together. And I'm hitting you with a Saturday podcast and a Sunday podcast. I don't think I've done that in a long time. So I'm hitting you with a 7 day, 7 days of, whatever. Content. That's the word. We'll take 9811 very quickly before we get into the rally. Go ahead and hit *6. It is garbage. Remember I screamed that in the rally and I made him laugh? Mind blown. My mind was blown there when I made the president laugh. *9811, what's up?
Thomas, what's good, buddy?
I'm good. Who's this?
This is on Twitter, Jersey Patriot 17.
Hey, Jersey Patriot, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just waiting on this Virginia rally and ready to see what takes place. It's always something happens, you know?
Say that, bro. Know that. Dude, I just want to thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
What's up. Listen, everyone had something phenomenal to say. I want to put that out first and foremost. Also, this is a shout out to all the Patriots out there, all the long-term and short-term, all Patriots, regardless. If you follow 17, if you follow the movement, we are strong. We've been in this for a long time. We have our voice heard. We're making moves, guys. Stay strong. We're going to get through it, and we're making booms.
Oh, all day, baby. All day.
Yes,
I love the optimism, and we are going to get through this together. We just have to, lay low. That's all I'm doing. I'm laying low, my man.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Dude, you have a good voice. You have a loud voice, and we all appreciate you, everything you say. You make connections, and we appreciate you, man. And I just want to give a shout out to who my close friend, Polar Bear.
Yes, that's my buddy.
That's my guy, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Hope he's listening. If not, he could replay this.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to my boys in the chat room on Twitter, Pepe La Boom Room. That's what we call it.
Nice.
And yeah, man. I'm just happy that we all have optimism here. I know we struggle for a while trying to make things happen, but it's happening, guys. Don't ever think it's not, because we've seen big booms lately, and it's going to keep getting louder and louder. That's all I got to say.
I agree, man. I do think it's going to be like that. And, we're just going to have to wait. We're going to have to just, I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what takes place. But I do think that, this is it. I think that we're at the precipice, and we're just going to have to wait and see what goes on. Hopefully, for the love of God, God willing, that this channel makes it through to the other side of all this war.
Oh, absolutely. I'm praying for you, dude. You made it this far. Let's just keep going forward. I pray for you, bro.
I agree. Dude, I really appreciate that, and I hope everyone else does, because I pray for all the listeners just about every night, and I appreciate, and I also pray that the channel is protected, and all who listen and contribute to the channel in any way, shape, or form are protected. So we're all a family, man.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one thing I tell you. There's one thing people got to remember. Even if you're not religious, or you're not, if you are, you're not. Power of prayer, if you've been saying positive things, a collective consciousness of all of us in a group is powerful.
100%.
I think it's not. It doesn't matter what religion, if you believe in or if you don't. Just listen, think positive, have the group effort, and that's going to bring out the universe, and it's going to create something special. That's all I got to say to you guys. Just remain positive, have faith.
I agree.
We go one, we go all, guys.
Where we go one, we go all. Appreciate it, man. The president is walking.
Good night, bro.
You too, man. Stay around and watch the rally with us.
Yes, sir. Good night, brother.
Good night. All right, guys. That is it for the Zoom calls. Perfect. President should be starting soon. Let me move this over here. Let me minimize myself. There we go. Remember, guys, let's get to 1,000 likes while we're waiting. This is always fun to do. If it starts to glitch, I watched it actually yesterday on this channel. If it starts to glitch, I think it's on them, because I watched it on my television yesterday, and it is what it is. So just have patience with it, and let's just enjoy this evening together. And remember, you can always like and share this, and please subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. Follow me on Parler at TRUreporting1985. Guys, I really hope you do that. And if you want to donate, there's many ways to do that as well. I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. Y'all can jam out to some jams. That's not a good sentence, Thomas. There you go. Jam out. I'll be right back. Krispy Kreme donut. Eat a Krispy Kreme donut. I've had about 6. Gotta get hyper, baby! President, here he comes! Hello! Perfect timing! Booyah! Oop, can't play that. Or I'll get a copyright strike. This is what he should be coming down, because he probably is an alien. 5 push-ups now. I swear I'll do 25 right now. Your boy's getting strong. It's not my birthday. Are y'all trolling me? It's not my birthday. I'm a Capricorn. 6 Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm so hyper! he's got Pence with him. I feel like I'm like low. There it goes. That's better. I was like down in a hole. Yeah, I know. Man, that crowd's close to him. Mel Q's got to be there somewhere. I don't smoke weed. I haven't had a donut in about a year. So I bought 6, and I've had 6. And I've worked out I worked out today and stuff too. And I have not eaten dinner. All right, let's go. Flex on them. Turn the volume up, boys.
Thank you very much. Hello, Newport News. I know it well. I know it well. I know it well. You know, my father and I had a couple of little jobs here, and they were great. When the ships came in, they were packed. When the ships went out, they were stone cold empty. I said, this is a different kind of a place. But we loved it, and it's a great place. And I'm thrilled to be back in the Commonwealth of Virginia with the thousands of loyal, hardworking American patriots. And I also want to thank the great people of North Carolina. Who's here from North Carolina? Not bad, it's a little area there. 39 days from now, we're going to win Virginia.
Dragon energy.
We're going to win North Carolina. We're going to win 4 more years in the White House and keep doing what we've been doing, because it's never been anything quite like it.
Flex on them.
This is the most important election in the history of our country. One of the biggest issues for the people of Virginia is your Second Amendment.
Imagine living in Virginia. I bet it's terrible.
And if Sleepy Joe Biden wins, your Second Amendment will be eliminated and your firearms will be confiscated.
America will be eliminated.
Like it or not. When asked if a Biden administration was coming after your guns, Biden replied yes. That's all he had to say, yes. He promised to put the gun grabber, Beto O'Rourke, you know Beto. Remember Beto? He was on the cover of a third-rate magazine, and he said, I was born to run for president. That was the end of his run. That's when it ended. Anytime they say they were born to do it, they got problems. That didn't work out. It was a steep drop. But he put Beto in charge of his assault on your guns. And you know what happened with Beto? Beto went crazy. He wants to take your guns away. Biden vows to impose punishing taxes on gun owners, outlaw many of the most popular firearms in America, create a national gun registry, and wage the most aggressive war on gun rights in U.S. history. Biden will disarm law-abiding Americans. At the same time, they'll have riots down your street, and that's just fine. That's okay. That's okay, according to the left wing. Only by voting for me can you save your country and can you save your Second Amendment.
Correct. You better do it, folks. Especially those of you living in blue states.
Not to go for Virginia. We did really well last time, and I never came and never did anything, and we did really well. I said, why didn't I go for Virginia? But it's traditionally not a Republican state over the last number of decades. And I said, why not? You have a crazy governor. And every time I see it, Every 2 weeks, he's trying to take your guns away, right? And he'll attack constantly, right to life.
Dragon energy, maybe.
And, you know, he's so far left, he doesn't even talk about late term. He talks about after the baby was born.
Because he's a Satanist?
Which is the first time I ever heard of that. You hear late term, but he said, and after the baby is born, we'll start talking to mother. In other words, he's talking about execution of the baby.
Correct. And they get off on that.
You have a governor that thinks he's Michael Jackson. Remember, his wife saved him. He wanted to prove that he was just dressed up like Michael Jackson, and that he sometimes thought when he was young that he resembled Michael Jackson. I don't think so. And you remember he wanted to moonwalk across the stage, and his wife said, no, don't do it, darling. Don't, please, darling. Nobody moonwalks like Michael. That would have been good. I wish I could have seen that. That would not have been pretty. So based on your governor, and based on the fact that he's always, every month you're fighting for guns. If I'm not here, your Second Amendment is gone. And I'm talking about all over the country. Forget about just Virginia. So I said, let's give Virginia a shot. We're nearby. Right? We're nearby.
If he wins Virginia, I think he's going to win 40 states, guys. 40 states.
We'll bring in the heavy artillery. We'll bring in our great Vice President, Mike Pence. Did he do a good job? I'll tell you what, Kamala.
You're welcome, Julie Size.
Is
all day.
Mike Pence. She's no Mike Pence. No, he's great. He's done a fantastic job, and he's with you all the way. So I said, let's give it a shot. And, there's a big difference. I tell you what, there's never been a bigger difference between candidates or parties. Never been. No party that supports, as an example, what he would do to a child after it was born is fit to be even involved in any way in this nation, let alone running this nation. As you know, Sleepy Joe Biden endorsed your governor. So that means he endorsed the policy of your governor. That means he endorsed breaking up your Second Amendment. So it'll either be totally broken up or it will be, wiped out. Essentially, it won't be that much.
Absolutely, Julie.
So here we are in Virginia,
breezy there. I bet it feels incredible.
I had nothing to do today. I woke up at 6 in the morning. I read some papers. I read the fake news. And
he's doing bits tonight.
I was in Florida early in the morning, and then I went to Florida, and we did a big round table with the Hispanics. They were great. And then we flew to Atlanta from Florida, Palm Beach, and then we started off in all different places. We were all. And then we went to Miami. We started off. But I'll tell you what, Florida's great. We're going to win Florida. We're way up in Florida. Way up. Way up. Even a poll.
Me too, Oceans.
I've never had a good number. ABC, Washington Post poll. It's a terrible poll. Always been bad. I think it got everything wrong 4 years ago. They said I'm 4 up or more, but I'm 4 up in the state of Florida. So anyway, we went to Miami, went to a beautiful place actually in Miami. You know where that is, right? And we had, I won't say because then they'll say I'm advertising if I do that. The fact. I won't say
Pricks.
The name of the place, but it is beautiful. And then what happened is we went to Atlanta. And we left the great Hispanics. We call them the Latinos for Trump. Latinos. Where we are polling at numbers that I guess no Republican has ever polled before, perhaps Abraham Lincoln, but in those days, he wasn't big into the Hispanic movement, I think. Abraham had other things to think about, don't we think? But I will say this. Nobody has done more for many communities, but I always say for the black community, nobody has done more for the black community.
You saw what he did today, $500 billion?
Since Abraham Lincoln. Nobody. So we flew to Atlanta, and we had an unbelievable 2 hours. And this was with the African-American community, the black community. I always say, what do you like better? Tell me what you like better. They say, usually the black community. And what is the answer? Tell me, African-American. I'm not listening. I don't want to hear from other people. I want to hear African-American. What do you like better, African-American or black community? It's black. Yeah, that's what we hear. I'll go with whatever you want. That's your choice. We can use either one. I'll go with whatever you want. We had really a great 2 hours. Credible people. Herschel Walker introduced me. Serious guy.
This crowd's jacked.
Fighters, a lot of great people. It was an amazing time. And then we flew to Washington, where we had a round table. And then I say, well, that's it for the night, right? You know, this starts at 6 in the morning. So I said, that's it for the night. Is that it? I'll go back home to the White House. No, sir. Why? What? You're going to Virginia, sir. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. Thank you very much.
Can we get to 1,000 likes?
I asked a question about an hour ago. Where am I going now? Put me in, coach. You ever hear the expression? Just wind me up and put me in, coach. I said, where are we going tonight? I said, let's go back to the White House. Let's see our first lady. And they said, no, sir, you have a rally schedule. You have a rally schedule. Where is it? In Virginia. I said, oh, that's good. How many people? They said, a hell of a lot of people. That's
He's 73 years old, and he's acting like this. He's literally been up since 6 o'clock. I bet he's been up since 4 o'clock, actually.
Well, I wouldn't. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. When you have rallies like this, you don't forget them. You don't forget them. Thank you. Go ahead. What the hell? No. So we're going to put a heavy play in for Virginia. Seriously, we're going to put a heavy play in Virginia. And I think we can win the state. Man, that crowd is big. Look at that. Goes way back to the hangar. That is a big crowd. That's big. You know, I always tell the cameras, I don't want to bore people with this, but I implore them, turn the cameras around and show them the size of this crowd. Goes back to the building.
Let's see how big this is, guys. Turn it, turn it, turn it.
But they never like doing it because they don't like, including Fox, they don't like showing big crowds.
Screw Fox.
They don't like showing big crowds. We left Ohio. We're way up in Ohio. Way up in Ohio. We're way up in Georgia. We were in Georgia today, though, with the governor, the senator, Senator Perdue, and we were, you know, Representative Doug Collins, great guy. Kelly Loeffler, great person, senator. And Senator Perdue, and I said, how are we doing? They said, you're winning by a lot in Georgia. You're winning by a lot. Of course, if you see these people, they'll say, he's pretty close in Georgia. Too close to call. And then we have election night comes. The polls in Georgia are closed. Donald Trump has won the state of Georgia. You know, you only win if you're up by like a lot. If you're up by a lot, they announce it immediately. That was what happened with Texas last time. They said Texas is too close to call. All for months and months and months. The only one that didn't believe that were the people in Texas. So when it closed, they said the polls in Texas are closed. Donald Trump has won the state, like in the same breath. No, we're doing great in Texas. We're doing great all over the place. We're doing great all over. I hear we're up in New Hampshire, which is great. Last time that one got taken away from us with people that just came in with buses all over the place. They had buses coming up from Massachusetts. You have the rhino governor. You know the rhino governor of Massachusetts, right? Baker. He's a rhino, but I guess he does whatever he can to get elected. The Democrat Party is now run by socialists and Marxists who want to destroy our laws.
I think he put up, what do you mean by that?
Want to destroy your way of life. To uphold our...
I got a hangnail, Carol.
As written tomorrow, I will be announcing my nominee to the United States Supreme Court.
Lock and loaded, baby. Lock and loaded.
Fill that seat. Oh, we're going to fill it. Don't worry about it. And the Republicans have been very unified. You see that? Very unified. Even a couple of people that normally don't vote with us. You know, they usually don't vote with the Republicans, but they are. And we have tremendous unity in the party. Mitch is doing a good job. Kevin is doing a good job. We're going to take over the House. We're going to take back the House. People are tired of craziness.
Hey, Holly McCormick. Good to see you.
We want to get some stimulus out. She doesn't want to give it. She just doesn't. Only for political reasons. Not your fault. You know whose fault it is? China's fault. That's whose fault it is. That's whose fault it is. But you know, it's an amazing thing because the Democrats.
Oh, I don't know, Wokey.
End of a term, and because you know, we have a lot of time left. Think of this. If it were them, don't forget, we don't have to do it by the election. But
thank you, Deborah Q.
Really able. That would be a great victory. Going into the election with that biggest of all victories. You know, they say the biggest thing you can do is the appointment of judges, but especially the appointment of Supreme Court justices. That's the single biggest thing a president can do.
Have you shared this stream on your social media, guys? Or left a like?
40 years, 50 years, I mean a long time. So we're going to be announcing somebody great. I just think that, you know, I just watched. The great thing about Air Force One, there are more televisions on that plane than any plane. They got them in every room, and you open up for a closet. You want a shirt. Let me open. Oh, there's a television. And I'm watching the Democrats saying how terrible it is that we're appointing. We have the right. We won the election, right? That we have the right. We won the election. And we have a lot of time. And if they were in opposition, they would do the same thing. Maybe they would just do it more rapidly, okay? More rapidly. No, so tomorrow I think is going to be a big day. 5 o'clock tomorrow at the White House.
Thank you, Cindy Hardy. I appreciate that.
The nominee hopefully will be on that court for 50 years. 5-0.
Thanks, man.
Be on there for
thanks, Matt.
The only thing I can tell you for sure is it will be a woman. Is that okay?
Kelly, JK, thank you for sharing it. I really appreciate it.
Does anybody have any objections to that? Please raise your hand. A lot of cowards out there. Look at you men. There's not one man here that has the guts to raise your hand. Not one. If given the power, the radical left will pack the Supreme Court with extremists who will strike the words "under God" from the Pledge of Allegiance as they did.
Tech One Sound, you're welcome. All day, baby.
Their Pledge of Allegiance, they had it in their caucus. I'm watching. I said, oh, they made a mistake. I said to the First Lady, darling, they made a mistake. They left the words "under God" out.
Awesome, Murph Daddy. I love it.
I said, this is strange. This is like the guys on the Mueller team that cleaned their phones, right? 31 phones. And they said, oh, we made a mistake. And they all made the exact same.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Of that are 1 billion to 1, right?
Thank you, Amy.
They all made, oh, they got caught. Did you see what's going on? Oh, they got caught. See, I feel sorry. That's a shame. Yeah, they should be. I'll tell you, they should be.
Lock them up. Let's see in the chat. Lock them up. Lock them up.
Hillary took her phones and smashed them. She took 33,000 emails and deleted them after Congress
You're welcome, Matt.
requested them. And I think they're looking at that, too. I think so. I think so. Can you imagine? I have a friend. He's a very smart, rich guy, made a lot of money, but he's a very streetwise guy. He said, you know, you've been under investigation by these thieves, and they're smart. They just weren't smart when they all used the same exact method to clean their phone. That wasn't smart.
These people are stupid, remember?
A little bit there. 31 different phones. Like, what is it, 21 people, 31 phones. But that's okay. That's okay. That's only illegal. But this friend of mine said, you know.
What's up, Cootie Cat?
They've gone through everything. They've gone through your taxes. They've gone through your financials. They've gone through everything. You have to be the most honest guy in the world.
Absolutely.
Come up, no collusion. Oh, they want it if they found anything. No, it's a bad group of people headed by Robert Mueller. Bad group of people who wanted the job at the FBI.
That's right, Texas Patriot.
Congress. He said he didn't say that, but he did. I mean, he did. We have all the proof. So he is in the same group, you know, but they're actually in worse shape because at least with Mueller, you can say he probably didn't know what the hell he was doing. Sort of like Joe Biden.
What's up, Polar Bear?
I figure about the same. Does that make sense? Does anybody understand? How would you like to, you're getting a divorce or something and you say, I gotta be represented by Bob Mueller. You think so? You saw his performance in Congress, right? I want to be represented by Bob Mueller. No, it's the same thing. How can we have Joe Biden representing this country?
We can't. It won't be a country.
And you know, he's on the lid. You know the lid, right? The lid is when they say, we're going to put a lid on it. So I guess it means probably what it's supposed to. I have no idea. Lid. It's a lid. But it's an expression. And every day, early in the morning, they say, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, he's put a lid on it. Sir, Biden has put a lid on it. What does that mean? That means he's not working today. This guy takes more days off. You have to have a president that's going to work his ass off for this country. You need energy.
Yeah, baby.
You need a very energetic president.
Kathy Figuarelli, you think so? I love your last name.
He's going to do in the debate. I think good. He's been doing it for 47 years. I think he's going to do good. I think. And one thing we know, if he does just okay, they're going to say, the fake news, they're going to say it was the single greatest debate performance in history.
Please let this happen.
Far better than Winston Churchill in his prime.
Please let this debate happen.
It was nothing compared to Sleepy Joe. So you know that if he finishes the debate.
Ocean's Daughter, of course he's off prompter.
He will. And he might even do well. But if he does well, they're going to say it's the greatest debate. And they have it already written. They have a couple of scenarios. If he does really poorly, they're going to say he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. If he does modestly well, like he did against Bernie, they were sort of even. If he does like that, they'll say it was the greatest performance in history. But with your vote, I will preserve our Constitution and ensure law and order. Joe Biden is weak. He surrendered his party to the flag burners, the rioters, the anti-police anarchists, the radicals. All these guys running around these Democrat-run cities and states. Look at it, 10 out of 10. We could fix up Portland so fast, they have to invite us in. I want to be invited into that one. We would fix that like we did Minneapolis. We would fix that up in less than a half an hour.
Love it.
Remember Minneapolis, they were right. I mean,
Insurrection Act, boys and girls.
By the time they invited, there was a lot of flames behind him. Remember the reporter, he's standing there? This is a peaceful protest. And behind him, you have like blocks that look like Berlin during the war, didn't it? I never saw anything. This is the craziest thing. It's a peaceful performance.
That's right, Tech One Sound.
He said it's a peaceful protest, and we don't call these rallies anymore. Because in Dem states, like where you have a governor who's a Democrat,
I agree, Nat Hindi.
You're not allowed to go to a restaurant. You're not allowed to go to your friend's house. You can't move from your house unless you're related to the governor. Then you can do whatever the hell you want.
Exactly.
You can't do anything. You can't do anything unless, of course, it's a peaceful protest. Okay? And so what we do is we call these peaceful protests, and we're getting big crowds, 25, 30,000, 35,000. There's more enthusiasm now than there was 4 years ago because we've done a good job.
Correct.
There's more now. Now we have more enthusiasm now than we did. You know, it's interesting. Don't forget, 4 years ago, I did a nice job. I was successful, had a great television show, The Apprentice. It was great. People got to know me a little bit. I said, let me run from the time, the first hour that we came down the escalator. First lady and I down the escalator, her with a white dress, right? Very famous escalator right now. People go take pictures of the escalator. But we came down the escalator. We were in first place, right? We never went. I never left center stage, right? And that's based on poll numbers. If you're the #1 poller. And I said, look, I want.
Sorry, deflustrated. That's crappy.
I want an even number. Because what are you talking? I said, because that means 2 people are in center, and that's not fair. So I want an odd number. We were on center stage. But we've done a good job. What happened is, I said I was going to cut your taxes. We gave you the biggest tax decrease in history, right? I said I was going to cut regulations, and we were going to have an incredible economy, and regulations were probably even more important than the tax cuts, okay? You want to know the truth. If you ask the business people, the great ones, they will tell you if they had a choice, they'll take the regulation cuts. And we still have a ways to go with that. But we did that. We rebuilt your military. We added Space Force. I mean, what we've done is far more. Right to try. How about right to try? I never talked about that. We knocked out.
Doug F. Did you PayPal? I don't see the PayPals unless they go through Streamlabs.
And we've done it while protecting our very pristine environment, by the way. And earlier this month, oh, you're going to be so happy, Virginia and North Carolina. Come on, North Carolina. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be cheering like crazy because I think you like this. But about a month ago, I signed an order prohibiting offshore drilling on the Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina coast, right? Right? And because I happen to like this state a lot, I said, what about Virginia? What about North Carolina? And somebody said, I don't know.
Douglas, I got it. Thank you so much, Doug.
So I'm extending the moratorium to North Carolina and Virginia.
Alina James, thank you as well. And Cindy Hardy, thank you so much for the PayPal donations. Very kind of you. Thank you, each and every one of you.
I can understand that too, but I think you want it. So we're extending it to Virginia.
Thank you, Doug.
We're extending it to North Carolina, up the coast, and we're not going to have any problems like can be had. All right? So I think you like that. If you don't like it, you're going to let me know. I'm going to change it. I can change things very easily. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world, and now we're quickly doing it again. So I did all of these things. And in doing all of these things, you said the second time, well, now, this is actually a much easier
Pamela,
in a way. I mean, the only problem is I've been tarred with this horrible witch hunt for 4 years, and I didn't do it. Now think of it. What would my numbers be?
Haven't seen yours, Pamela, yet.
Almost 4 years of a Russian witch hunt that turned out to be just the opposite. They were the ones that were involved with Russia.
Correct. It's projection. Now we all see that because we all have a 40,000-foot view.
Campaign. Now, what would my numbers be with all that we've done? And if you didn't hear night after night,
Shan will drop it for you, Matt.
CNN and MSDNC and the New York Times and the Washington Post, and now it's not turning out, it's done. Because if you look at everything that's come out over the last...
Oh, Ray J, okay.
We caught them. They've been caught. They spied...
There you go, Matt. Shan just dropped it.
And they tried for a coup. Can you believe it in this day and age?
Treason!
So what would our numbers be? Our numbers, not my numbers. What would our numbers be if every night, every morning, every day, they were saying Russia, Russia, Russia? It turned out to be a total hoax. In fact, Biden's son, it was just revealed 2 days ago, got $3.5 million from the wife of the mayor of Moscow.
That's Russia collusion.
So,
and
but I really think about that.
Prostitution, sex trafficking as well.
Incredible things with the economy, with everything. And then we got hit with this virus from China. They should never have let it happen. We won't forget it. And we closed up. We saved millions of lives.
Pamela, when did you send it?
Opening to records. But what would our popularity be if every day for almost 4 years...
If he got fair news.
Bullshit, okay?
Woo!
It's true. What would they be? With all we've done... I think that would be very nice. The Democrats would say, yes, if you'd like, we could cancel the election because we have no chance. But you know what? Hopefully, they have no chance anyway, and hopefully you're going to remember what I just said. because we were unjustly treated, unjustly accused by a bunch of treasonous crooks.
Wow.
Bad, bad people who got caught. And I think they'll have to pay a very substantial price.
Whoa!
When the plague arrived from China, we launched the largest national mobilization since World War II. We pioneered life-saving therapies, reducing the fatality rate 85% since April. You know, the question was asked to me, how well did we do on the pandemic? And I said, I give us an A to an A+. You look at the ventilators, you look at all we've done. We did a great job. We helped the governors. The governors are always very thankful.
Diana Fleck, good to see you, friend.
They'll remember some of them are Democrats.
From Germany, guys. Y'all say hello to Diana Fleck.
Badly under his public relations, because we were working so hard. We didn't think. I think, frankly, they're not going to cover it well, no matter what. But we did a hell of a job, and then compare us to Europe, and we did very well. But now that Europe is exploding again, they don't want to talk about it, and neither do I, because I want Europe to heal. I want the whole world to heal.
Hey, Buck.
We've done a hell of a job, except in public relations, and that's explaining it to people.
Buck Swain, I need business cards, my friend. Can you help me out with that? Business cards.
Through Operation Warp Speed, we will develop and distribute a vaccine in record time
Buck.
by the end of the year, and it could be sooner than that, but we have the greatest labs, the greatest companies of that kind in the world, and they are right there. They are right there. It's going to be incredible. So it's going to be a great vaccine. And we have Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, another one just announced today. These are great.
Pamela, what day did you send it, sweetie?
November 3rd, Virginia will decide whether we end the pandemic and return to record prosperity, or whether we allow Joe Biden to kill the recovery, delay the vaccine, impose a $4 trillion tax hike on you. That's what he wants to do. Ban American energy. He wants to ban fracking. How about that?
Arlene, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate that.
You know, he shouldn't have gotten it.
Or Claudette, I'm sorry.
Pocahontas left.
It's showing up on both things.
Bernie would have won, and we would have had Bernie. I don't know who I would have been better against. Maybe, who knows? But we would have had radical Bernie. But we're going to get a lot of Bernie votes like we did last time, because his people agree with us on trade.
You think we can get to 1,000 likes? Do you think we can do it?
Boy, Bernie takes a hard shot, doesn't he? This is twice it happened. And
we'll talk, Buck. We'll talk.
Between him and how about Bloomberg? Bloomberg gets absolutely decimated in the debate, right? Mini Mike. He gets decimated. And in order to get back,
you're welcome, QT.
Party, I'm going to put $100 million into Florida. If I were him, I'd just take a pass. He doesn't have to give us anything. We don't need his money. Just take a pass, you know? So he wants to buy his way into the Democrats, and so he's going down to Florida. But unfortunately, he did something that wasn't so good, right? He said, I'm going to pay off all these fines of the prisoners. There's only one problem. It's illegal. Now he's got himself a problem.
Bob Dealin, thank you for following. That's from Facebook.
Beat the hell out of him in the debate.
You know there's a Facebook group.
So easy, Mike.
If you're on Facebook, we're on there too.
Point after point after point. And he thought she was talking about me. And so did I, actually. And then what happened? She said, and I'm not talking about President Trump, I'm talking about you. And he went, oh my God. He's not a good guy, sir. Not a good guy. Stupid to do that.
He's stupid.
Have some pride. You can't go. With the way they treated him so badly, you can't do that. But they're going to destroy the suburbs. You know, I keep hearing about suburban women like you, right? Suburban women. Well, I just ended a regulation that would have allowed projects in your... do you mind having a project next to your house? You're beautiful. You live in a beautiful house, right? Happily married, beautiful kids, everything perfect. The American dream, right? Do you mind having a project built next door? Yeah, she said she minds. You know who minds? Everybody minds. I just don't think anybody knows that we did this. I really don't. I don't think anybody knows. And they're going to change the zoning that allows them to build projects in the suburbs. So the guys came to me. I said, I want to end this.
Ocean's Daughter. I haven't seen it go through yet.
We're going going to really bring it back. I said, no, I didn't say bring it back. I said I want it ended. Well, that's not so easy. I said I want it ended. I don't want it. I don't want it.
If you do the Streamlabs, it'll flash across the screen, like up here.
If you vote for Trump. If you don't vote for Trump, you can forget it because they will put it. You know who's in charge of it? Cory Booker, Senator Cory Booker. He's another beauty.
Trash.
He was Elizabeth. If you really take, you had Elizabeth Warren, you had Cory Booker, and you had Kamala. You know, if you pronounce her name wrong, she goes crazy. Kamala, like a comma. It's like a comma. She's like a comma. And nobody treated Sleepy Joe worse than his vice presidential pick. I brilliantly said he'll never pick Kamala because he got called a racist. He got called xenophobic, which he didn't know what that meant. He got called all sorts of things.
He didn't know what that meant.
So I said, no, obviously he's not going to be. He picked her. I couldn't believe it. But I think that's good. We like our Mike Pence. We like Mike Pence. And she's rated further left than Bernie Sanders. I thought he was the most left in the... He's not actually even in the party. He's sort of like an independent. Nobody ever used to say that, but he's like an independent. But she's rated further left than Crazy Bernie.
Thalia, that is great. Kamala, always getting bent. Wow.
And then she calls it
well
the
done.
Harris administration, along with, just like you're naming a movie, the producing credits, right?
75 likes away from 1,000.
Vice President Biden. No. He's heading up the ticket. But then he said the same thing. He put her name first. I've never done that. I love Mike. But I've never said Mike Pence and Donald Trump. I always say Trump because you know what? You got to know that. You're the president. He doesn't know that he's in first position. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know it. He forgot. He forgot. Hey, look, you're entitled to a mistake every once in a while. It was strange that they did it almost in the same hour, though, right? It was like one on top of another. Give free health care. They want to give free health care to illegal aliens and indoctrinate your children with poisonous anti-American lies in school. We don't like that. To combat the toxic left, and you see what it is. It's toxic. Left-wing propaganda in our schools. I announced last week that we are launching a new pro-American lesson plan for schools.
One voice for you. Thank you for saying that.
1776 Commission.
Thank you, one voice for you.
We will teach our children the truth about America, that we are the most exceptional nation on the face of the earth, and we're getting better all the time. And we're joined tonight by a friend of ours, a warrior, Congressman Rob Whitman. Thanks, Rob. Good guy. Virginia Republican Party Chair, Rich Anderson. Good job. How we doing? Am I making the right move? I'm not wasting my time here, Rich. I got to ask him. Rich, what do you think? I think so, right? I think so. And congressional candidates, Nick Freitas.
I went to a school with a guy named Nick Freitas.
Oh, look at him. We had a call the other day, a very successful call, right? Great call. Thanks, Nick.
Kelly J.K. Sunny Skies just dropped the link.
Scott Taylor.
There you go, Ocean's daughter. Hi, Thomas. It's fun to watch the rallies with you. You are the best. Thank you, Ocean's daughter. Very sweet of you. And it flashes. There it goes.
And I think those
Ocean's daughter. Thank you, sweetie.
They're going to win. Also, somebody that I have heard incredible things about, the Republican nominee for the U.S. Senate, Daniel Gade. Daniel Gade. He's a good-looking guy. And I'll tell you, he's a
good-looking guy.
Because he is just Warner. Warner was, he was talking about Russia, right? Trump and Russia. Then he gets scammed by a guy with the greatest Russian accent. You remember that, right? I have pictures of President Trump. Oh, really? Where? What are they like? Are they nude pictures? Yes. Vladimir No. Yes. So he's talking to this guy. Got scammed, okay? It was a comedian or something. It was a comedian. He's allowed to talk to Russians. If I talk to a Russian, it's a terrible thing. By the way, you know, getting along with Russia is not the worst thing in the world. Does that make sense? Getting along with North Korea, Kim Jong-un, everyone said, oh, he's getting along. He's giving so much. I said, what did he give? They couldn't tell me anything. You know what I gave?
Doris Downs, thank you, sweetie.
But you know what? We get along. You would have been in a war right now. Would have been a nuclear war. You would have been in a war right now with North Korea if it wasn't for me. Hillary Clinton didn't have a clue.
You're welcome, Cootie Cat.
Obama told me what I said.
Deflustrated, thank you so much. I love my True family at True Reporting. Thank you, Deflustrated. A regular donator. Thank you so much, man. Thank you.
I said, have you tried calling him? Have you tried? Have you given it a little shot? You know, instead of losing 10 million people, they used to say 50,000 people could be killed. No, 20 million people could be killed, okay? 20 million. Seoul is right next to, you know, right near the border. It would be too bad, but we have a good relationship. I get criticized because I have relationships with these people, and that's a positive thing. We have to remember that's a positive thing. And I had a very good relationship in China with President Xi, but you know what? This pandemic has just, we made a great trade deal, but it just doesn't mean the same to me. Does that make any sense? It doesn't mean the same to me. It doesn't mean the same to me. Last week, 2 weeks ago, they had the largest order of corn to our farmers in our history. They had the largest order of soybeans. They had this massive order of beef. But you know what? It just doesn't mean as much to me now as it did at one point. The ink wasn't even dry on the trade deal, and this thing came in and they could have stopped it. We're also deeply moved to be joined by two Gold Star spouses, two incredible people. Karen Owens was a guest at my first address to Congress as we honored the supreme sacrifice of her husband, fallen Navy SEAL Ryan Owens. Where's Karen? Where are you? Come on up here. Come up. And we're also joined with Brittany Jacobs and her family. You know Brittany. On Memorial Day in 2017, I met Brittany and her son Christian at Arlington National Cemetery, and we honored the memory of her incredible husband and Christian's dad, Marine Sergeant Christopher Jacobs. We took a picture together, that little boy who's no longer a boy. Come on over here. Come on over here. The both of you. Come on.
SL Sully, absolutely I was.
The both. Come on. I said, how's your beautiful, handsome boy? She said, really good, but he wants to go back to school. Let's go. Open up the schools, Governor. We'll get them open. But we thank God every day for our courageous warriors, and we'll always support our incredible Gold Star families, and we want to thank both of you. It's incredible. Thank you. And we'll get you back to school soon, all right? Get them back. Come on, Governor. Let's go. You got other things to do.
Open it up.
You know, they're keeping the states closed because they think it's going to be harmful on November 3rd.
Kelly JK, thank you so much for the super chat. Awesome show, Thomas. Where we go, one we go all. Kelly JK, thank you so much.
In everything we do, we are putting America first. We've spent the last 4 years reversing the terrible damage Joe Biden and his friends inflicted
Nice,
this
Matt.
country over the last 47 years. I love it when he says,
I ran bulk truck.
we could have done this, we should have done that. The guy's been here forever. 47 years, hard to believe, right? And that was in prime time, although he never had super prime time, but that was in prime time, remember? And this time, and now I got him here. Together we've taken on a corrupt and broken system that's been throwing everything at us from the very beginning. A new trove of documents, and you have to go home. You got to read these documents.
Yes.
And they now prove that Russia interfered in 2016.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it was on behalf of Hillary Clinton, not Trump.
Woo!
They interfered. Disinformation.
Texas Patriot 77, thank you. Biden sniffs Nadler's dirty diapers. Good God. Thanks, dude.
Disinformation targeting me, your favorite president. Which then formed the basis for the witch hunt. And I'll tell you, we've had some incredible...
Maybe that exactly, knowingly.
In terms of people like Sean Hannity.
Justin Barry, yep.
Lou Dobbs. Don't think of it. Laura. Tucker. Tucker's been great the last...
Tucker Carlson kills it. You can't cuck the tuck.
Fox and Friends. Janine. I'll tell you. Jesse. How about Jesse, huh?
Follows 17.
Greg Gutfeld was bad to me. Now he's great to me. He said, hey, would you rather have a nice guy that doesn't do anything or a horrible human being like Trump that gets it done? They all say, I'd rather have the horrible human. I'm not a horrible human.
Nectar Colazzo, wait for Shane will drop it for you, Nectar.
Say about like, well, maybe people don't like him, but he gets everything done. I think people like me, but I do get it done.
I love you. We love you.
Done more than any administration ever in 3.5 years, first 3.5 years.
There it is. Let's hear it in the chat. We love Trump. We love Trump.
I'll tell you, that is so nice. That is so nice. The first you talk about the seating, don't worry about the justice will get her seat. Don't worry about that. And that's nice. But you know, these people said they've never heard a political campaign where a big audience says, we love Trump or the candidate. I've never heard it. It's true. I've never heard it for Ronald Reagan.
Because you love us and we love you. It's reciprocal.
They've never heard it. Nobody's ever heard it. Who says that? But I love you too. I really do. I do. And we're getting it done. No, they've never heard that chant. I've never heard it. And it started about 2 weeks ago. I've never heard it even before. But again, before...
There they go.
I want to thank you. It's really nice. It's really nice. And we've got to go out and we've got to really work hard. And we've got to watch.
Absolutely, Shane. It's loyalty.
They're scamming us.
Loyalists.
And then they say he doesn't want to turn over government. Of course they do. But it's got to be a fair election. You know, see, that's another scam. They don't mention anything about ballots. I say, got to be a fair election. When they're losing ballots all over the place. When they're losing ballots that just happen to be Trump ballots. You know, in Virginia, did you hear? In a very Democrat area, they sent 2 ballots to thousands of people, 1,000 or thousands of people. It just came out over the wires. So people in a Democrat area got 2 ballots instead of 1. They had 8 ballots in a waste paper basket, military ballots that all were for Trump. Everyone was for Trump. And they were in a waste paper basket. They were thrown away and somebody saw them. Then they had many, many ballots thrown into a river someplace. I don't even know the state. These are just a few of them. And then go back earlier. Go back to the Democrat primaries. Go back to the great state, Iowa. I love Iowa. We're going to win Iowa big, 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 big. We won it last time by 11 points. We're going to win it big with ethanol, what I've done for them, with the $28 billion for the farmers, and that includes you. That includes tobacco. That includes a lot of things, but that includes your farmers. But you go back to their primaries, right? Go back to the primary, the Iowa, the first primary. It was done with ballots. They have no idea. Remember the disaster? And that's a small primary. Now they're talking about tens of millions of these fake ballots going all over the place. Who's sending them? Where are they being sent? Who's sending
10 likes away from 1,000, guys.
Supposing they don't get them. Are they being sent to Democrat areas? And they're all run by Democrat governors, right? All of them, 100%. It's 100%. So you have a guy in Nevada, he just comes up with the idea, I think we're going to win Nevada. If fairly, we're going to win it. But he comes up, well, you don't have to have your signature verified. Oh, that's nice, that's good. He decided, let's not do that. But you know a real big problem? I like watching television and have, the winner is, right?
Yes.
You might not hear it for months because this is a mess. Go back and study what happened in Iowa. Take a look. Take a look at what happened in New York in a small congressional race. Carolyn Maloney. She should have lost the race, in my opinion. They gave it to her because it was a crooked deal. The guy that she ran against was having fits. He said, what are you doing? What are you doing? Everything was mixed up. The ballots were lost. There was fraud. There was everything. Go into Paterson, New Jersey. These are just recently. It's a...
Thanks, guys, for getting that 1,000 likes. I appreciate it.
The only one that knows it better than we do are the Democrats. They know this is going to happen. They want it to happen.
Thanks, guys.
Because they want to go through a court system. And instead, you're not going to hear...
Job well done.
You're going to hear winner that night. I could be leading, and then they'll just keep getting ballots and ballots and ballots and ballots.
Please don't let this last a month.
That the ballots can come in late. Well, what does that mean? And more importantly, they're going to be given, in some cases, a week or 2 weeks to count the ballots. So if we're waiting for one state, now think of it. If we're waiting, and they're talking about 5, 6, 7 states that have this problem. So if we're waiting for one state, does that mean the whole nation, the whole world is going to wait for one state? I won't use any names, but you have Pennsylvania, where you have a Democrat who
we hit 1,000 every night, guys, and I really appreciate that.
We want him to open up his state, and we won on constitutional ground. North Carolina, they have the state all locked up. So we're talking about, these are the governors that run their states for Democrats. They really do. I mean, they run them. They're Democrat governors. And
thank you, Charlene.
We went to Nevada to make a speech. We had 5 different sites. The governor made it impossible, so we ended up at a different site. We had to get one This is the guy that's in charge of ballots. He was
Thanks, Robin Bird.
Now he's the governor. And this guy is in charge of ballots.
Matt Case.
It's not going to work.
Let me
it's
look.
going to be a disaster. And I want a smooth, beautiful transition, but they don't add the other part. But it's got to be an honest vote. And everybody knows. Just go back again. Look at Iowa. Look what happened. Just take a look at that. They still don't know who won. They didn't know weeks later. Remember, New Hampshire went. New Hampshire declared a winner. And essentially, they don't know what happened in Iowa. Except the difference.
Judith, thank you so much for the PayPal. I appreciate it. And
waiting to happen. And they shouldn't let
that should be it for right now.
Go. If you ask for a ballot, it's called solicited.
Matt, I don't see yours, man.
It comes in, you sign it, you send it back. That's okay. But where they send millions and millions of unsolicited ballots, people get ballots they didn't even know they were getting them. Sign it, sign it. Then there are people going around getting it to sign. You know, when you have that, you don't need it. We have much more enthusiasm. We're so high up on enthusiasm, right? But it's very unfair because when you have somebody go knock on your door.
Yeah, they did, Trusty Turnip.
It's called harvesting. They're going to harvest ballots, even though in some cases, in most cases, it's illegal. It's illegal as hell, and it should be illegal. So this
Deborah Q, you're welcome.
Waiting to happen, and the only hope we have, really, other than going through a long, unbelievable litigation at the end after it's over, because we're going to win. We're not going to lose this except if they cheat. That's the way I look at it.
Correct, 100%.
We can't let them cheat. We can't let them. It's too much. Our country is at stake.
Lisa, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it through PayPal. Thank you, Lisa.
We can't let this happen. And this is a scam. They know it. The media knows it, but the media doesn't want to cover it.
Mockingbird.
What's going to happen, and so do I. But the Democrats know better than all of us what's going to happen. So we can't let it, and if you see anything, you just have to report it and everything. We're all watching. Law enforcement's watching all over the place, but it's very hard to watch. You know, millions of ballots, very hard to watch. And it's the only way that's the only way we're going to lose is if there's mischief, and it'll have to be on a big scale. So be careful. And we do want a very friendly transition. But we don't want to be cheated and be stupid and say, oh, let's transit. We'll go and we'll do a transition.
Sherry, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sherry.
It made the difference.
It means a lot to me. Thank all of you. Beautiful.
So just remember, keep your eyes open. For decades, our opponents spent trillions of dollars rebuilding other countries. And now we're finally rebuilding our country. We invested $2.5 trillion in the U.S. military, all made in the USA. We launched the first new branch of the armed forces. Think of that. Since the Air Force 75 years ago, it's called Space Force. It's a big deal. See, that alone would be a big deal for, honestly, that alone would be a very big deal.
Nectar, thank you so much. Long overdue. Thank you for all you do, kicking ass. Thank you, Nectar Calazo. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you, Nectar, again. Got it flashing across the screen.
We'll have
Thanks, man.
maybe even more than 300 federal judges, including Court of Appeals. And now we're going to have 3 Supreme Court judges. Their minds are blowing. You know, you've had many presidents, never had 1 Supreme Court judge. We're going to have 3. Of all people, and that's a record, of all people, to get 3 Supreme Court justices in one administration, in one term, they are going crazy.
He's going to get 4. He's going to get 5.
Darling, tell me this is not happening. But you'll see it tomorrow at 5 o'clock. With the help of the incredible workers of Newport News.
Thank you, James and Tyra. You're welcome.
We will build 300.
That's right, Vicky B.
We're going to have a Navy again of 355 ships. That's what we need. That's been depleted. And they're already being built. We've got a few big ones, beauties being built, including aircraft carriers.
Beauties.
Biden will slash military funding and shipbuilding will be shut down. It's going to be shut down like it used to be. We killed the founder and leader of ISIS, al-Baghdadi. We took out the world's #1 terrorist and mass murderer, Soleimani. I withdrew from
Vigilant Tracker, no thanks.
Disastrous Iran nuclear
funny, though.
catastrophe. What a deal that was. $150 billion, $1.8 billion in cash. You ever see what $1.8 billion in cash? It's plane loads. These guys over there, they must have said, what the hell is this? They never saw.
They know all. They have all of it. They know all of it.
Nothing. I kept my promise, recognized the true capital of Israel, and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem.
Hey, Nikki Silvers.
Also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. They've been working on that for 52 years. I got it done quickly. And instead of endless wars, we are forging peace in the Middle East. We even got nominated. Right?
Twice.
You know what for? That's right. I hate to talk about it, but I have to because the press doesn't talk about it. No, that was a great honor. It was a great honor. Twice, you know that, right? Twice. The press doesn't talk about it. The Nobel Peace Prize, right? Two for different things. For Kosovo and Serbia, we stopped them from killing each other. It was very nice. And they don't have to kill each other. They've been killing each other for a long time. Kosovo, Serbia, it was great. It was great. And we got a nomination for Israel. And you look at Bahrain, UAE. That's just the beginning. We have them lined up that want to go into that. Well, peace in the Middle East without blood all over the sand. And I told you, you heard the story. I went home. I said, First Lady, I'm going to get the greatest stories tonight. I just got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, First Lady. For Israel, everybody said it couldn't be done. And they were right. It couldn't be done the way they were doing it. You would have never gotten it done. The way John Kerry was doing it, you would have never gotten it done. As a guy doesn't have a clue, incompetent. But you know what? I said, First Lady, wait till you see this. It's going to be unbelievable. And we watched Lester Holt. I don't even know why. And we had one story after another after another. And after 7 stories, I said, First Lady, this is getting a little embarrassing. And they never mentioned it, nor did any other of the newscasts Fake CNN didn't mention it. MSDNC didn't mention it. ABC.
They're so unfair to him.
So I was very embarrassed. 3 days later, I got nominated again.
To rub it in their face.
And I said, my great first lady, we got another shot at it, darling. Let's watch the news tonight. 1 story, 2 stories, 3 stories, 4 stories, 5 stories. We got to the end, it wasn't mentioned again. And when Barack Hussein Obama was nominated, it was... And he didn't know what he got it for. He still doesn't. He doesn't know what he got it for. So we have a little double standard going, but that's okay. As long as we know. Sometimes I'll be talking that way, and I'll look around, I'll say, oh, I'm in the Oval Office. How did that happen? I said, you know, with all the complaining, we're in the Oval Office, and they're not, right?
Oh, they're soon going to be in jail, so.
We can keep this going. We've achieved more in 47 months than Joe Biden has achieved in 47 years. It's true. Biden, without even knowing it, is pushing the most far-left platform in history. The Biden plan would destroy Social Security and destroy protection for people with pre-existing conditions. He would terminate our travel bans in jihadist regions. You know, I got the travel ban. Remember, everyone said you couldn't do that. I want a travel ban from people that want to blow up our country. Do you think?
Shepherd Creations, thank you so much for the 45 bones. Hey, Thomas, thanks for everything you do. I sent you an email today from Shepherd, Patriot Shepherd. I talked with you on Zoom a few weeks ago. I hope you get the chance to read the email. I certainly will read the email. Thank you so much, Shepherd Creations, for the 45 bones.
We will use it. We do use it. We use it plenty. And increase refugee admissions. They want to increase refugee admissions 700%. Opening the floodgates for radical Islam.
Very kind of you guys. I really mean that.
They want to ban school choice in charter schools. In the second term, I will provide school choice to every parent in America. A vote for Republicans is a vote for safe communities, great jobs, and a limitless future for all Americans. It's so true. And in conclusion, I love you people, but I've been doing this since early in the morning. I'm getting the hell out of here. I would only do this for the job. I got a guy, he stays in his damn basement all day long, and I'm doing this. I don't know. If he wins, I'm going to be very embarrassed. I'll say, gee, I worked so hard, and he didn't work at all. No, we're going to win. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win big. I think we're going to win big.
One voice for you. I'm getting strong. Getting strong.
I think there's a vote out there. There's a hidden vote out there. The pollsters are fake. They're controlled by the same people that write the bad stories, the fake stories. Over the next 4 years, we will make America into the manufacturing superpower of the world. And we will end our reliance on China once and for all. We will hire more police, increase penalties for assaults on law enforcement, and we will ban deadly sanctuary cities.
This man is 73 years old, and he's been doing this since 6 in the morning.
We will uphold religious liberty, free speech, and the right to keep and bear arms, Virginia. We will strike down terrorists who threaten our citizens, and we will keep America out of the ridiculous, horrible, endless foreign wars, countries that you've never even heard of. You will keep you out of them. And by the way, we have weapons, the likes of which nobody has ever seen before. We have a level of degree.
DEWs?
Nobody from Russia.
Rods of God.
To North Korea, nobody's ever seen what we built. And just hope to God we never have to use them, but we have never had anything like the arsenal that we've built over the last 3 years. Hope to God we never.
Yeah, Cootie Cat.
We're the envy of the world in that way. We have the greatest people for building. There's nobody can do what we can do. There's nobody. But when I came in, your military was totally depleted. You had old planes. You had old everything. We have now the F-35s, and we have things, the bombers, the new bombers, the tankers, the ships that we're building, some right here, Newport News. You know?
Fred cares. You can do it.
Built an arsenal the likes of which the world has never seen. And you know what? That will make it a lot easier.
I have faith in you, Fred. You can do it, bud.
That's really what we need. We needed it. We were in bad shape. We were in bad shape. We will maintain America's unrivaled military might, and we will ensure peace through strength, and that's what we've done. We will end surprise medical billing, require price transparency, and further reduce health insurance. You know, the health insurance is a disaster, and we are bringing the price of health insurance way down, premiums and costs of prescription drugs. We're instituting favored nations. We pay the highest in the world for drugs. I negotiated.
Bonnie Coe, I would like to do that. How do I do that?
I'm tired of negotiating. I said, I'm sorry. We're instituting favored nations. We're the largest purchaser of prescription drugs by far in the world. And I instituted what we call a favored nations clause, where we will pay the same price as the nation that pays the lowest price in the world. In addition to that, I instituted a rebate clause where we get the rebates instead of the middlemen. These are the richest people. I don't know who the hell they are, but the middlemen they're very rich, and they're not liking me too much. And you're going to see a lot of bad ads from Big Pharma. They've already started. Just remember, every time you see one of those ads, that means your drug prices are coming way down. And I mean by 50, 60, 70, and 80%. We'll strongly protect Medicare and Social Security. We will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. Always, always. America will land the first woman on the moon, and the United States will be the first nation to land an astronaut on Mars. It's going to happen quickly. And we've taken NASA from fairways, I mean, you have to see, they had fairways along like a golf course. It was a better golf course than it was a runway. And what we've done, we've taken all the grass out. It was grass growing right through the cracks. It was a disgrace. And we've now made it the #1 space center in the world by far again. You got to see this. They were playing golf. They were playing golf. It was all closed up, or essentially closed up. It was actually worse than closed up. You know what? It was sort of open, but nobody was doing anything. They had nothing to do. We had the greatest scientists in the world, and we're letting rich guys send up rockets. We like it. Somehow rich people like to send rockets up. We say, just pay us a nice rent and have a lot of fun sending your rockets up. But NASA's now #1 in the world again.
Except for Jeff Bezos. Don't send anything up, pal.
Contact. And all that grass is gone. We will stop
No, Patriot, I'm not.
indoctrination of our students and restore patriotic education to our schools.
But thank you again for supporting us. Exactly.
We will teach our children to love our country,
Sonny.
honor our history, and always respect our great American flag. Are you listening, NFL?
Are you listening?
And we will live by the timeless words of our national motto, In
God we trust. X Manny the Kid X, thank you so much. Following on Facebook.
Now you have a president who is standing up for America and standing up for the great people of Virginia and North Carolina. So get your friends, get your family, get your neighbors, get your co-workers, and get out and vote. There's never been a
Get off your ass and vote.
this election.
Thank you, Sarah.
Voting has already begun. Do not wait. Go
Thank you,
out.
Sarah.
From Richmond to Roanoke, from Fredericksburg to Williamsburg, and from Norfolk to right here in Newport News. We stand on the shoulders of Virginia patriots who gave their blood, sweat, and tears for this beloved nation. Virginia is the place that gave us George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe. Now, you know, I signed a little document, 10 years in prison if you knock down a statue or a monument.
Yep.
It's amazing how you haven't seen any of that lately. They were having a little fun, and now they were heading toward the Jefferson Memorial. I said, wait a minute. And I predicted that. They were knocking down statues. A lot of people didn't know exactly which one. I said, you better stop it. Because the next thing you know, they'll knock down the statue of Robert E. Lee, and they did. I said, you better stop it, or they'll be going after Thomas Jefferson and Washington and Abe Lincoln. And they started. And I said, what are we going to do here? I have some good people. They said, because today in Congress, you can't get anything done. They'd give you one day in a very nice hotel. So I said, what are we going to do? They said, we'll take out an old law, and you can reinstitute it with an executive order. I said, what does it say? 10 years in prison, not jail. They use the word prison.
Have fun with that, freaks.
You knock down a monument or a statue, you go to jail for 10 years. I said, give me that thing, get it to my office immediately. And I signed it. And they were coming down to Washington. They were going to knock down 2 particular statues that were really beautiful. And I signed it, and we announced it, had a news conference, got to let people know about it, right? And the 20,000-person march turned out to be about 3 people. And 2 of them were...
Francine King, hey.
We have, thanks to the fake news, we have a lot of...
War Angel, that was funny.
The statue of Jackson, Andrew Jackson. Remember, they almost had the ropes. We sent in the police. The police did a great job, by the way. Remember, they had the ropes. They were ready to pull it down. And we said, charge. And they charged. And I want to tell you, they did a hell of a job. They were much tougher than the people with the ropes. It took them about 2 minutes, and that was the end of the ropes. But it was close. They got there just in time. But you know what? Since I signed that, there's been no statues, no monuments that have been...
You're welcome, Arlene.
Federal. States have to do the same thing for their states. Virginia heroes made America into the single greatest nation in the history of the world, and the best is yet to come. Proud citizens like you helped build this country, and together we are taking back our country. We are returning power to you, the American people. With your help, your devotion, and your drive, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning.
Winning.
We're going to win. We're one movement, one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together with the incredible people of Virginia and North Carolina, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America...
Come on over, Minnie, not your business.
We will make America proud again.
Yes.
We will make America
safe again. And we will make America great again.
Thank you, Virginia.
Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, President Trump. Guys, I hope you fully enjoyed that. I'm so glad that you hung out with me. And we had a beautiful night together. I can promise you that. Let me fix this real quick. Thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you for leaving a like. Thank you to all the mods. Thank you to everybody who donated through PayPal, through Streamlabs, whoever became a Patreon. I don't know if you become a Patreon, but if you want to, you can do that. Thanks to everybody who called in. Thanks just to everyone just to hang out. This was such a beautiful night, and I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Remember, podcast Saturday, podcast Sunday. I've already made them. They'll be scheduled to drop both times, I believe, in the morning. So make sure you check those out. They're both conspiratorial. That's me thanking you for all the stuff that you do for me, for donating, for liking, for sharing. I will bring you extra content, and I really appreciate it. It's reciprocal love, baby. Go enjoy Red Pill 78 stream if you want to. He's a good man. And I will talk to you all next time. Let's end with a prayer real quick. And Heavenly Father, please watch over each and every one of us. Watch over our president. Watch over the Q team. Watch over the military. Heavenly Father, please allow this country to move forward in such a positive light, in such a positive direction, Lord. Again, protect our families, protect our loved ones each day that we move forward throughout this war, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. I love you. And I will see you guys Monday. So check out the podcasts on Saturday and Sunday. God bless you. Bye-bye. Guys, if you found what you just watched informative and you enjoyed it, then please subscribe to the True Reporting family today. There are many ways to support this channel, like our Patreon link, our PayPal link, and our TRUreporting.us official website link in the description box below. Join the True Reporting family today and be a part of history, because where we go one, we go all.